How's it going? Back at it again, and we're going against a pretty talented Angels team today. Christian Franklin getting the surprise start over Harrison Bader. I don't know what happened to Bader, but he must have got scratched from the start. But a very talented team. Two rookies making the start today. Angels. Still can't count them out. They got Brady Singer on the mound, their best pitcher, the one that we traded them for Joyce and Tuttle. So far we've seen the returns of Joyce, but Tuttle has not quite made it to the next level. And we remember Albies hit 2 home runs the last time we seen him in the video. And here is Ozzie Albies, 27 home runs. We thought about signing Albies, and maybe we should have. 27 home runs. He's having a breakout year. Played against Singer enough times, but let's get another game in against him. Always fun to play against the pitcher that we had at the beginning of the series. One of our few good players. And obviously someone that we got some decent value back for.
1-0.
Never quite fell in love with Singer, and made it easier to move him when we had a chance. We're going to commit $15 million a year to him. Just didn't think he was that kind of pitcher.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 to Luis Arraez. Hasn't thrown a strike yet to Arraez. And that one put into play. Arraez just missed a good pitch to hit. Pasquantino hit his 100th career home run. Here's the lineup today, though, and here's Steven Kwan. Having an excellent season at the plate. Signed for his consistency at hitting and standout player. Absolutely hammered by Kwan, and this one chased down and caught at the wall. Kwan turned on that pitch, and very fortunate that it's still in the yard. And Pasquantino gets a good pitch to hit, and he can't deliver. Quick inning. And we waited all the way till I believe it's June right now. And this is our first full game of the season. And I just haven't been in the mood really after that playoff run. Kind of figured we could get some different kind of scenarios we're not used to. Keep the content fresh. I kind of like how those episodes go. I mean, you can see those more in the middle of the summer and beginning of the season, kind of to get a feel of everything going on. Might see more of that in years to come in the franchise. Hammered. We've seen some decent hits so far to start this game. Hitter's not shy of making contact today.
Batting second, the center fielder.
Here's Christian Franklin.
That's the ball. 1-0. High one. 1-1. That's inside. Ball.
This is the zone. Bunted, Reagan's easy out. Here's Mike Trout.
Ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Nope, that's in.
Oh my God, how did we miss the zone there? Unfortunate. Trout tries to turn on it. And this is that
2
one.
balls, 2 strikes. Click for it.
Swing and a miss on Trout. I was messing around with some trade scenarios, looking around at rental players at positions of need. It's hard to acquire them. I don't think there's any big trade
The second baseman,
to be made.
Duran.
Acquire those kind of players I was trying to trade for, you're going to have to sign in free
Ball.
agency, which is not really possible.
1-0.
I've given up a ton. And Duran just missed, guess what, a slider.
Front 2.
Quick strike 2, a changeup. And the slider strikes him out. Duran tried to hustle, but couldn't make it. Here's Wick Jr.
Ball out.
Not having the best of starts to the season. Swing and a miss.
1-1. Two one.
Wait, this is a changeup. And another foul ball. Not one pitch in the zone yet to wit. Hit hard on the ground, and Neto makes the play.
Batting 6,
Here's Freddie Furman now.
Freddie Fermin.
Yeah! 0-1.
10th and on base in the AL this year. And he absolutely pulverizes that pitch, and it's fair. The throw. It's not in time. A double for Furman. He hammered the slider. And it almost was a home run and a foul ball at the same time. Just missed the pole. A hanging slider.
That's a ball.
Now you got to deal with Isbell, not the funnest person to see in the spot. Here is Isbell, 1-0,
Ball.
2-0. Singer
no strike.
pitching very low to the hitters today.
Hey,
And he gets a called strike on the corner. Isbell chops it, and Chanot makes a great play. I don't even know how to say his name, but I don't think I said it right. And they escape trouble.
And leading up for the
Here's
Angels,
Ozzy Albies, Mr. Home Run himself.
Albies.
1 ball, no strike.
I almost picked the Angels to rebuild with this season, and it's interesting how they've done it. They've definitely spent money, and I think they've done a great job of developing their players. They've had Neto is pretty solid overall. Chanot is very good. Obviously, they've gotten pitching
That's the
and
ball.
developed their pitching. It's been an interesting rebuild. They're in a tough division to win now with Texas and Houston and Seattle Mariners. Here is Bowers now.
Heck one. Ball.
On the ground, Duran with a great catch and a flip. Here's Logan Olahape.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
23rd round pick, and he has developed into a great catcher in this league.
Ball.
Said he checked his swing there. I guess I had to take my chances with Neto if we can't get strike two here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You got a full count. That's out. Ball four.
Damn. Got us good there. He worked the count and he got the base.
Ball.
Here's Neto.
Hoo-yah. 1-1.
It's developed into a lefty smasher. 88 power against lefties.
Front shoot.
Swing and a miss, and he gets out of the inning. And a 2. Here's MJ Melendez against Singer.
Tick-tock. No ball. One strike. Ball. Hit. 1-2.
Just pitch low every time. Just falling for the oldest trick in the book. Here's Mikel Garcia.
Oh yeah. 0-1. 2.
Of course, throwing my hold back on, and there it is. Pitch to hit.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2.
Almost hit Garcia there. 2-2.
Ball. You got a full count.
Swing and a miss. Good sinker to get him to strike out. Late to recognizing Singer's been getting ahead and punched this inning. Early on the circuit change. Just fouled that one off. Rise, staying alive. Pitch number 39.
That's the ball.
Is ball 1. Now pitch number 40 coming. And Arise fouls it back. Rise rips it down the line, but Chanel touches the bag.
And leading up for the Angels, the third baseman, Nick Senzel.
No, that's inside. No, ball. Heat, ha. That's the ball, that's down.
Base hit. And Isbell isn't tracking the ball good, and Senzel continues to be a thorn in our side.
That's the ball. 1-0. Nope, ball.
It's not the cleanest game here for Reagan's.
Yeah, what?
Here to Quan. And here's Chanel. Has a terrible pickoff move. Hammered. Base hit.
The center fielder, number 10,
Christian Franklin with an RBI opportunity.
Correct. No ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
And that's driven for a base hit as well. Is not going to get it in time, and the run scores.
Hee-haw. Ball. Drag 2. 1 and 2's the count.
It's on the ground, and Trout hits into a double play to end the third, but they get one off of Christian Franklin's bat. He's Quan.
Ball, that's in.
And Quan. Base hit. An infield single for Quan off a hard hit ball to Albies. Now Vinny. Absolutely hammered, but this is tracked down and caught.
Now back, second baseman, Ezekiel
They got the rim.
Duran.
And this is the double play ball.
Nope.
It's over the head, and Duran gets a free base off the error.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Outwit Jr. in a good spot here. He could tie the game.
Hee-haw.
Swings and
0-1.
misses.
Ball. 1 and 1.
And Witt, base hit. And the runner stays. Don't know if he would have made it. Eddie Thurman now. He delivers with a monster hit, and Witt is going to come around and take the lead. Freddie Fermin, a 2-run double in the
The
fourth.
center fielder, number 28, Kyle Isbell.
Absolutely hammered by Furman. Really came into his all this year so far. He's hit the ball well. Isbell just misses the sinker.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1
1-1
strike.
to Isbell now. Hit hard and a diving play, Neto. With a fantastic play to end the inning. Robbed a base hit, and that would have probably been another run.
The second baseman, Ozzie.
You got Ozzie Albies. Easily tied a game in one swing.
1-0.
Base hit for Albies. They start off the fourth. Warming up some arms here. Just don't know what Reagan's going to give me.
Take. D-Ray.
Swing and a miss on Bowers.
Now batting,
We got O'Hopper.
Logan. O'Hoppe.
Hammered. Quan. The throw. It's not in time, and a runner 90 feet away.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Hello.
Hot.
A big opportunity here.
No, that missed. That's a ball. See ya. Two run. 2-2.
And a beautiful strikeout from Reagans.
Up next for the Indians, the third baseman, Nick Senzel.
Here's Senzeldo. Honestly, I'm going to intentionally walk Senzel. He's just that good. I don't want to pitch to him. Here's Jordan Adams. The other rookie
the ball.
playing today.
1 ball, no strike.
How's that one away? Driven down the line, foul. Hit up in the air, Duran makes the catch and out of the jam.
Leading off for the Royals, the
Here's
left fielder,
MJ Melendez who struck out.
MJ Melendez.
That's what he offered us.
Ball.
Just not throwing him anything in the zone. That time he did, and Melendez absolutely hammers it. It's off the wall, and it's a home run for Melendez. Off a singer A solo shot to start the fifth. And he annihilated that pitch. I can see why he doesn't want to throw him strikes now. Terrified of the big lefty that can hit. And he crushed it. No chance to get it. It hits the black part, and it's an automatic home run. Once it's over that yellow line, it's a home run. Here is Maikel Garcia. And a beautiful strike.
0-1.
Wasn't expecting to see a strike on that pitch.
Ah! 0-2. One, two.
Oh, away that time. Doesn't seem to have command on his pitches today. We just fouled that one away. Good sinker ball there by him.
2-2.
2-2 now. And that one's driven, but it's going to be caught. A good at bat with some hard contact.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
It'll help your top of the order. And look at this at bat we had earlier. Singer's starting to show fatigue. And that's driven into center field for a base hit. And this is pretty much the reason why I wouldn't want to give Singer a $15 million a year contract. And every time we played him, we've pretty much shown him up and shown why we were right. Swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Not even a bad swing, just unfortunate. That one driven up in the air and gone. Steven Kwan, a 2-run home run. The second home run of the inning off a Singer. He can't believe it. His former team getting the best of him in the 5th inning. That's now 3 more runs after giving up 2 runs the last inning. And Kwan absolutely drilled it. He was on top of the ball in the 1st inning. He just couldn't quite get enough of it. But this time, he got all he needed to get it over that wall. Out past Quintino.
Heck!
He takes strike 1. And that's driven in the center field. A beautiful inning so far. All 3 of the lefties have gotten good hits. And even the one out we had was pretty good.
Now batting, the second baseman.
And Singer, that will do it. We've seen enough. Singer makes it through 4 and a third. Couldn't quite get out of the 5th inning. Got tagged up. The Angels have seen enough.
Now pitching
Singer.
for the Angels, number 40, Sam Bachman.
Here's Sam Bachman. Now going against Ezekiel Duran. That's put on the ground, and this is a double play ball again. Duran hits into his 2nd double play of the game. Maybe we should have gave Duran a day off, and there's a beautiful hit by Melendez to start off the great inning. And Kwan showing off his swing.
And leading up for the Angels, the first baseman, Nolan Ganuel.
Hee-haw!
And Chano takes strike 1.
Ah!
Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hike 3!
And he is struck out. Franklin swing and a
No
miss.
balls. 1 strike. That's inside. That's a ball.
Melendez chasing it down. He gets to it at the wall and another out. Great hustle by the big
The designated hitter,
outfielder.
Mike Trout.
Crowd on their feet when Mike Trout comes up to hit.
That missed. That's a ball.
On his way to 3,000 hits now. At 36 years old. 52 away from 2,500.
Did he go?
Doesn't get the Mike Trout call. He swings. And Trout goes down looking. He's lost a lot of power against righties. I didn't even notice until it popped up and I seen it. And Rocket Reagans with the shuffle. He's still got it even with the struggling season. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. now against Bachman. And we just swing, unnecessary swing there.
Run. One and 2.
ST2 seamer by Bachman. Here's the slider. And it's a strikeout with it.
Now batting, catcher.
It's Freddie Furman.
Fermin.
Absolutely crushed a double earlier.
Good.
We're in the boos of the
0
crowd.
balls. 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Slider working well.
0-2.
Timeout. Absolutely hammered by Furman, and this one is gone. The 3rd home run of the game for the Royals. It's 6-1 now. I knew as soon as he hit it, it was gone. He just crushed it. Why couldn't we do this in the World Series, man? Like, we would have won the World Series if we could have hit like this, man. I mean, it's a different team, but I don't know. Definitely blew an opportunity in year 1, but I hope we can continue this hitting in the postseason. Furman with a blast.
Hee-haw.
Isbell misses there.
0 and 1.
And Isbell couldn't quite get all of it. He got Melendez with the home run and he struck out.
Ball.
And Melendez sends that in the outfield for a base hit. So that solo home run might have given him some confidence. He delivers with a base hit.
Now batting, 3rd base.
Now it's Mikel Garcia.
Garcia.
Ball. 1-0.
Sent up the middle, and this is a fielder's choice to end the 6th. The top end of the 6th, Freddie Furman with a big blast. Reagan's going to try to pitch against Albies.
Inside, ball.
Oh, the Angels are ready to respond after that kind of an inning.
Hut! 1-1.
Didn't think the Albies would swing at that, though. Fouled that one away.
Ball. 2-2. Counts full. Run!
Albies goes down swinging. See if Riggins can get at Bowers out. Pitch 84.
Outside. That's a ball.
Fouls that one back.
Ball. Full count.
Bowers. He waited on that one. Just couldn't quite get it. Hammered foul.
Hee-haw!
Struck him out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the right here. And Joyce is in. Great game from Cole Reagans. He did not fall apart. Had an opportunity to blow the lead once we got it, but he held strong. And he does what he does. He only gives up one run, but
Now pitching for the Royals,
it seems like his end of the road is coming in this series. He's just getting older, and he's just only got a certain ceiling, and we have a lot of high-end pitching prospects that can do a lot more for us. Now we get to see our end of the trade, and we strike him out to end the sixth. Traded Singer for a pitcher that was only going to play for us for a year, an older guy. And then we got Joyce and Tuttle. Here's their flamethrower, Josh Silverboars. I don't know how to say his name.
number 66, Josh Bohr.
Wars up in the air. It's a Wars. It's a pop-up out.
Up next for the Royals, the right fielder,
Stephen Kwan now. And Kwan gets a piece of it, and Albie still gets the out after fumbling the ball.
Ball, that's in.
That swing there. Good timing, but not the pitch to be going after. Hits Pasquantino. Now he's got Duran.
The second baseman, Ezekiel Duran.
Ball, that's outside. Tick-tock. 1-1. Two and one.
It's 1-1 to Duran.
Here.
A swing and a miss there. Pitch I wanted. Just two in between there. Missed that one. A little bit anxious to hit that one. It's number 6. And he hit Duran. Hit 2 of our batters now. What the heck, man? Oh no, man, that ain't cool. That's why he came in the games to hit our batters.
0-1.
That's crazy, man. And Witt makes him pay a base hit, and he's sending Pasquantino. The throw is in time. The outs. Maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we should add Furman with the bases loaded, but whatever. You take chances when you're winning. Bunt, and Garcia, bad angle. Neto doesn't know what to do against the righty. He strikes out. Senzel. Struck him out. Here's Adams.
0-1.
On the ground, good bunt. Furman couldn't get him. Base hit.
That's the ball.
So no, I bet he can't believe he didn't hit that one. Up in the air to Melendez. The final out.
Now pitching for the
He's Aaron Bummer,
number 44,
left-handed pitcher.
Aaron Bummer.
Furman is 3 for 3 today. And Bummer gave him a pitch to hit just early.
One and one.
On the ground, and they finally are going to get him out. Neto makes the play. It's Kyle Isbell. Almost got a base hit going the other way. Pulling it, actually. In my terminology. Oh, wrong. And Isbell hammers that one. And it's caught at the wall. Almost another home run now. Isbell can't believe it.
No, that's out.
Here's Melendez. Up in the air, and play is going to be made.
Nope, ball.
It's Ben Joyce.
Ball. 0-1.
And that one is almost hit right back to him when Trout gets his first hit of the game. Here's Albies.
Hook. That's the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. High 2. 1 and 2's the count. Ball. Full count. Hit 3.
Swing and a miss. He strikes out Albies.
Oh yeah.
Hammered for a base hit, and Trout could score. Throw. Descending Trout. He's safe. Come on. How is he safe? This is the challenge on this game.
Here. No ball, 2 strikes.
And end of the 8th. 2 1/3 innings for Joyce. Against his former team, he dominates. Here's Jose Siriano. Got that funky. Oh, he can throw 101 now. Hammered, and that is made. Third baseman. No problem there. Rise almost hammers the fastball. Up in the air.
Now batting.
Hours. Stephen Kwan, and here's his home run off of Singer.
Time call.
Kwan used his timeout. 1-1. Put into play. Charging, caught. And Joy's still out there.
Here. 0-2. Ball, that's down. Hook 3.
Absolutely destroys him there with a slurve. Neto doesn't know where he is.
Here.
Up in the air, Isbell. And we take one at the wall to him. How do they like it?
Heck.
Here's Adams.
Heck. Ball.
It's not offered.
Brick.
Joey strikes him out, and he pitches a couple shutout Oh, not shutout. He gave up one, but it's controversial. But he does his job, nonetheless, to hold on to the great win today against the good Angels. Played good as a team, and we won. We can perform like this consistently, we can win a championship. It's that simple. Seemed similar to the play with Trout, but apparently he was safe and I was out, so is what it is, I guess. Ben Joyce gets a save.
First for the victorious
Freddie
Kansas City
Furman,
Royals,
2 doubles and a
6
home
runs,
run.
11
Quan a
hits,
home run.
no errors. They left
Mendes a
6
home
runners
run.
on
And
base.
Witt goes 2 for 4.
For the Angels, 2 runs
Great
on
game.
8 hits,
This
1
round
error.
did
They
not get a
left
hit,
8
but
runners on base.
should have had 2, and Miguel Garcia should have had a
3
hit
hours
as well.
and
But
1 minute.
unfortunate. 3 and a third for Joyce.
45,477.
Fantastic.
The
Along
Angels
with
once again
Cole
thank you
Reagan,
for
he only
a
gave up 1 earn. So a good game from him. And we absolutely tagged Singer. And back to the scouting. And Mahoney is a solid player. He's got average injury risk though, something to keep an eye out for, but a switch hitting shortstop with good vision and a good glove and speed. And he's got a good reaction too. It's kind of like a Miguel Garcia, but switch hitter. I don't know, I kind of like him, man. I mean, if he's there, I wouldn't mind taking him. Fajita ends up being a pretty high overall potential guy, but overall is not the highest. He's got great fielding. Just don't know. He's got average injury risk as well. Well, we got $8 million in bonus too, so we got to keep that in mind when we go to sign someone. Kind of interested in Luis Ibanez. Yeah, Ortiz would have him 100% scouted. Would Bauer be able to scout him 100% is what I want to know. Can scout him 70%. You know, I'd rather him do that and get another prospect pretty scouted. could look at Leland Tierney. Just the vision, that's really what held me back when I seen him earlier. You got Bobby Hayes though. Let's give Bobby Hayes a shine. See how some of these relievers look. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing here. Good hit per 9. Some guys jumping up the board. Houston Perkins. Don't know about him, man. Give it another week. Or should we just look at maybe Jacob Brown and see if he's good? I don't know. Got Jared Foddenot. I'm gonna scout Jeremy Colon actually. Why not? And we end the series, we sweep the Angels, and that helps us be back 2 games. Said that about 100 times now. And tied against Miami, we beat Miami. And Miami defeats us this time around, and for this one I want to hop down and get a start in with Fernando. Haven't used him yet this season, see how he's developed. Oops, I want to be Scranton now. Can look at the stats when we get in the game, I guess. Jared Donaldson, he's hitting 295, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play a game with Donaldson too. So yeah, we're gonna have to get into one with him for sure. Didn't even get to look at the rest of the lineup. I was dumbfounded that I forgot about Donaldson.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brent Roseberry Rail Rider.
Here's Carlos LaGrange.
Leading off
No idea how to
for the
say his
Railroaders,
name.
the left fielder, Kurt McKnight.
Yeah!
Here's Almanzar. Knight was a second-round pick in the 2024 draft, first year of our franchise.
That's the ball down.
Let's go. Go get this guy right after him.
Hit it!
Almanzar up in the count. Up in the air. Play is going to be made.
Be aggressive.
It's Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeehaw! No ball. One strike. Heat! Ha!
Tapped. Scooped up by Alvarez, and the throw to Donaldson is there. Be aware. Back down in
Ball.
minor leagues.
One and
And this is an interesting battle here. This is the guy that I was thinking about drafting over Almanzar. He got 500 at-bats, and the Yankees have optioned him back down to AAA at 21 years old. He still has tremendous potential, but obviously I think we made the right pick taking Almanzar. But this is a matchup I think a lot of people wanted to see once he got drafted. And it happens in the AAA. Almanzar waves him off. He wants this catch, and he makes it. Jorge Soler in AAA.
heat!
I do
Ha!
not want to throw him the fastball.
Kid, you got this.
One and one. That's the ball. 2-1. Yeah! Heat! Ha!
Swing and a miss. Soler goes down. Here's Jason Dominguez. What are they doing, the Yankees, right now? Dominguez is down in AAA.
Right.
Dominguez is an 81 overall now, and I don't know about this decision. If you're not a winning ball club, might as well play the younger players, but Yankees have a different philosophy than I do. Or maybe they don't. Actually, I probably would do the same thing, but I think once you open that door for them to be a pro, you kind of have to try to let them be the pro,
Brandon.
not try to interfere as much. Unless you have a better replacement for them, and maybe they do.
Nope. Ball. Yeehaw! Hit run!
99 on that
1 and 2
cutter.
to count. Ball. Hit 3!
Blew it right by him, 97.
Hey! Yeah! 0 and 2. Hey!
And he struck him out looking too.
Batting eighth, the catcher, Jay McGuire.
Hee-haw! It's 0-1. Ball. Rick!
Almanzar with a strikeout.
Wood! Ah! 0-2.
Ooh, right by him, and he's just been powering his way through this lineup. Here's McKnight.
No, ball. Ball. 2-1. Hit!
Strike two from Almanzar. And blew it right by him, 96. Here's O'Hearn. It's the other way, but foul. Swing and a miss. Oh, Hearn goes down swinging. They got where?
Hey! No balls, 2 strikes.
Smoked off of Almanzar. It's off the wall. Be aware wins this round with a double. Slider that hung, and here's Soler.
That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Almanzar from the stretch. Hammered. And where is not going to be able to score. The play is made by Cross. Almanzar pumped. That's a base hit. Up in the air, Almanzar going to make the play himself. Winning in on the fun.
Now batting, number 9.
Keep it in here. Keep it in the infield right now.
Ball. 1-0. Hee-haw!
Tapped on the ground. Bellows dives. But he gets the play. Outmade at base. It could have been a double play, but Sabella still finds a way to get an out. Fire takes strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball. Ball. Hit it right. You got a full count. Hit three.
And Almanzar powers his fastball by McGuire.
Back one.
Get this guy out of here.
Hit three.
And another strikeout for Almanzar. He's got plenty tonight to show for.
Hit it right. 0-2.
How's that away? Knight on the ground. And Sabelos makes the play. Here's O'Hearn.
Strike. That's the ball.
Bouncer on the ground, and Alvarez makes the throw. It's the matchup against Ware.
Hey,
Check swing. Unreal. A home run from Ware. He is getting the better of Almanzar today. Maybe we should have drafted Ware. Holy cow.
no, that missed. Hee-haw. 1-1.
Hammered. Base hit. Just the end of the road for Almanzar.
Now batting.
In comes the manager, and it will be it. Almanzar wins and is the player of the game. Definitely has improved his control and whatnot, but obviously he still has some things he needs to work on. And I think obviously this season is good for him to be where he is, and obviously keep a tab on him. Look at the pitching. He's got a 117 whip. Obviously the last start helped. Nine quality starts out of 15, so pretty solid. What you expect out of a future ace, potentially. His K per 9 is kind of low, though. You want to see that be higher, but obviously his strikeout per 9 isn't that good, so it kind of makes sense. You know, he still has some things to work on for sure, and maybe he'll hit a nice growth this year. I'm tempted to call him up to the roster like towards the end of the year, but maybe it isn't him. Maybe it's Manuel Montoya. You know, he's developed very fine, and just got as many quality starts with one less game, so it's been very good. Doesn't really have the K per 9 either, though. It's about the same. And a little bit more walking. Less home run per 9, though. And a lower fib. So yeah, he is a little bit on the edge of being the better pitcher at the moment. Collier, I don't think we'll see him up in the MLB this year. Maybe you can see both of these guys up there, you know, I don't really know. It's something I'm definitely thinking about when it comes to position players. It'll probably be Cross just because, but I'm really not enjoying watching him not be able to hit consistently, and I think I'm going to change up his training. It is on the batting cages, and he's developing power somehow, so interesting there. Kind of the opposite of what I want, but nonetheless. Seeing Donaldson grow. And here is the game that we want against Ian Seymour. And it's only because he's a lefty. It's not because he's the fifth starter. I just want the lefty to see what Donaldson can do. Even though he is actually better at hitting righties now. So that's kind of an interesting thing to think about. He's improved in a lot of aspects. Hitting 319. Only 72 at-bats, though. We obviously got a 314 Lily Yoder, who's been awesome. Gonna have to definitely check in on him eventually, but this one's about Donaldson. He's been on the IL for 2 months. Let's get a little game in with him and see how he's doing. See if he's where we need him to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, batting third, the first baseman.
It's Donaldson in an RBI spot. Oh man, I wanted that pitch back. I wouldn't. I could have smacked it. Suck. Oh, we got another opportunity, and we did smack it, and it is hit off the wall. How tall is that guy, man?
The second baseman.
That feel weird.
Bermudez.
Wow, feel where's that short? He's 6'1". Why does he look that short? That can't be him. Looks like a midget.
The batter.
And they are destroying us right now. Who is pitching? It's Montoya that pitched today?
Yep.
I just gotta see something. It was Barnett. Okay.
No ball. 1 strike.
Makes a lot more sense. Oh, and these pitches away, I kind of want to work the count, but Didn't even know there was a runner on third.
Ball one.
Hey, nice and patient. Get your pitch.
And a swing and a miss. He got us. Unfortunate. Had a good opportunity there to make it 9-2 instead of 9-1. Here. This is a base hit for Donaldson. Why not? Some garbage time stats. And here's Donaldson. 2 for 3 tonight. And he almost made it. 3 for 4. Hammered that one to Kotz. And Solaire is the player of the game. The win goes to Seymour. And Lily Yoder, I mean, we got 8 hits. They just didn't matter as much as theirs. They just smoked the ball. 2-2 in the bottom of the 8th, and the Royals do win. And back to scouting. Ibanez is not all that good. I mean, he's got a future in hitting, but I don't know. Jamie Colon, kind of a sketchy prospect. And Bobby Hayes doesn't look terrible. Can play second base. Coming out of high school, a lefty bat with vision. Can hit righties a little bit. Someone to look into. Got pick 62. Draft's going to be interesting for sure. We don't really have that home run pick. Maybe Chad Bennett. It's just not that impressive. Definitely can hit. Looking at the standings, only a game back from the Tigers, and we played them right before the All-Star break. So that'll be very, very interesting. That series will be something we highlight probably. Finishing the series against Cleveland. Get the win. They're 40-40. They're competing. They're right in the thick of things. They're actually getting better as the season goes on, which is kind of scary. And we're tied with Detroit now, going into a series against the Washington Nationals, who have actually improved their team and are above 500 for one of the first times in the series. Richard Spanos is on the mound. Let's see what he is. Well, let's give a game to Isbell with a good old veteran, why not? And Luis Garcia, one of the surprise players for sure at second base this season. He has dominated, and look at Ezekiel Duran up to 261, way up to 230 now. Almost getting back to where he was. And here we go. Casey Mize on the mound, 9-4 this year.
Batting third, the catcher, Keibert
Kyle Isbell.
Ruiz.
And up. And a base hit.
Leading up for the Royals, the center fielder, Kyle Isbell.
He's Richard Spanos.
Frank, woo!
I've seen him before, and he's the second overall pick, I believe, in the draft.
Strike.
That was the Mark Carrara draft, I believe. It's either the second or third draft. Actually, I think it was the third draft because Amazuki or whatever, he went number 1 overall, and it was a shocker. He went number 1, and it really messed a lot of things up, and a generational prospect went right past us with Mark Carrara, who has 95 potential, by the way. It's not like I picked someone with 60 potential,
Now
but
batting,
was right there for the taking. We didn't scout him because he was the number 1 ranked player, but Washington went with a pitcher, and that was Sito Yamazuki from Japan. And we shocked a lot of experts for sure. And Colorado and a lot of other teams then went on to pass on the said player too. Oakland Athletics, a lot of teams. The White Sox, of course. Why wouldn't they? And here's Isbell. 1-0 lead against Richard Spanos. Oh. Swung too.
Up. Strike.
Swing and a miss. Should have hit that one. Felt good too. Just missed the baseball, I guess. struck us out looking, and I'm kind of surprised I didn't froze. Just unfortunate by me, I just didn't swing. Kind of froze me there, and went to the next inning. And it was still pitching, and a free run, home run by Leody Taveras gives them the lead that they need. Nationals were almost another team I picked to rebuild with too, but they had a lot of good young prospects, and there wasn't much of what I could really want to do like I do on my franchises. So I chose the Royals. Didn't really have a lot of good prospects on their team, and a lot of older veteran players on not the best contracts. So it was an interesting challenge. And I've definitely built the prospect pool up very well, and I don't know how I'm going to do in this draft. I'm usually Bill Belichick in the drafts, but I don't think I'm going to do too well in this one. I just haven't collected the data that I wanted, and I'd have to look in a different direction for scouting next year. Went into it without a direct need, and that's also kind of what's hindered down the process. I didn't want to draft another outfielder, kind of crowded. I want some of the outfielders to graduate to AAA before I start drafting new ones, and figured it was best to just look at infields, but the infielders have not been that spectacular this year. And Simon Malone, 30-year-old closer. Ugly pitching style. It's so hard to. I don't like going against this at all. It's like it's throwing me a knuckleball. Got a hard hit and another base hit for Isbell. His third single of the game. Just came to play today.
The left fielder, number 1.
I'm seeing it. Good hit. Garcia hits the sac fly, and he made it a 3-2 game, but Washington holds on and wins. They're a frisky baseball team. They get a nice win against us. Good win for them. Love the way that they're building their team. They're doing it organically and with their method, and Richard Spanos gets another win on the season. He has not had many, and we give him one. In a game we out-hit him. And yeah, the Washington club is definitely an interesting one. Obviously, they got Dustin May. They bought Taveras this offseason, Alkbaum. A pretty good contract, too. $5.6 million for Baum as a steal for what he provides. He's a very solid player. Stone Garrett, he's done pretty solid for them. At the price that they're paying him, you got to think about that. And Luzardo, that one is working for now, but obviously you got Richard Spanos, his rookie season here, and not going the best, but it's his rookie year. You got to give him time. Obviously, first overall pick, Sito Yamazaki. And he's actually having himself a good year. 7-3, starting to put it together. Dylan Cruz, still in AAA. Hasn't quite made the team yet. Obviously, they got Taveras in the way now. Luis Garcia has been one of the better stories of the season so far. He's Really became a solid hitter and getting on base well, and you know, it's someone I'd target at the trade deadline, but there's no reason for Washington to trade him if they're going to be good. And now we get to go against Sito Yamazuki. I kind of want to see what he's got going on, too. I want to get into a game against him. He's a right-hander as well. Rice has 11 home runs. He's got the most home runs on the team. I don't know who I should be more upset with at that point. I don't know if we'll get another series against the Nationals, so I think I want to get this game against Yamazaki. Let's do Vinny Pasquantino. See if we can get something going with him. And they got Rodolfo Castro. That's pretty cool. Let's have a lefty on the mound. And we do.
Batting third, the first baseman.
Here's Vinny Pasquantino. He's had a pretty good year. On base, it's actually slumped down. Damn, Yamazaki can throw 101.
That's the ball.
I didn't know he could do that. Guy's electric. Let's see why they took him now. Splitter at the knees. Maybe I shouldn't have played this game. Oh, I guess I gotta show everyone the legend of Sito Yamazaki and instead of again. As fouls that one away. And that's hammered for a base hit. Pasquantino finds the hole.
Leading up for the Royals, the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
Ball one. One ball, one strike. Nope, upstairs.
See him driving. Let's go.
Nope, that's inside.
3-1. Vinny Pasquantino. Took strike two.
Full. Ball four. That
And he
bitch
walks him.
The first baseman, number 9, Vinny
Still out there is Yamazaki.
Pasquantino.
Swing and a miss.
0-1. Ball.
That
1-0.
four-seamer is nasty. I like it when he throws that two-seamer a lot more. 100 miles an hour again. Got it, you might as well throw it.
Ball.
Your ball 2 and 2.
balls, 2 strikes. Count is 3 and 2.
3 and 2. Hammered. Caught. Pasquantino has done well. He's got the bases loaded now with 1 out.
Ball, that's it.
Axton Rutledge. The pitch now. That one is hammered to center field, and this is gonna score a run. So Pasquantino with the sac fly now. Rise hits the home run to win the game. And we squeeze away with a win against Washington. And we do beat Washington in the final game. And now we get to go against the 28-51 Oakland Athletics. Joey Cantelli. You know, let's play this game as well in a player lock. No, just the person to use. Hopping into the game with Noah Curtis against Joey Cantillo. Here's Noah Curtis against Joey Cantillo.
That's the ball.
Kind of hard to see the ball here, but I'm not gonna make any excuses. 4-0. I didn't even quite see how we got those runs, but obviously by using the bat. Hammer to center field, but this will be tracked down by Estoy Ruiz.
The first baseman, number 19.
It's Curtis, and Melendez hit a home run. Quan hit a double. Spence is now pitching. Number 25 prospect in our system.
Ball.
We're getting some at-bats, and hopefully he can do well. I want every player to do well, and that's a good hit. Base hit by Curtis. I like the way he swings the bat, man. He does a good job. He's
The first baseman, number 19.
really fun to watch.
Noah Curtis.
Once he gets a solo home run with Spence. Base hit again for Curtis. Just a nice swing, man.
The left
I
fielder,
like it,
number
man.
1.
Fan of his. Kid from Canada. Up to hit again now against Luis Patino. Another player I had on my franchise last year. He's interesting pitcher. He does have control issues, but keep our discipline. Here, this is gonna be caught.
Hey, you got it. You're knowing better. Let's go.
Going against Perez, the lefty. That one is drilled, but it's caught. Some good contact today from Curtis, though, except for the fourth at-bat. I like what he does. He definitely brings more to the table than what Sabelos was bringing. It's been fun to use, you know. He hasn't quite done it all well, but he's done well enough. Beat the Athletics 6-4, and that's the end of the month. So let's look at the roster here. Montoya struggled, 6.15 ERA. Joe Gray tore it up in Double-A, getting at bats. 40 of them, 450. Donaldson hit 364. Good to see him doing well. Walter Wannabe finally gets a notification, and he's been dominant down in Double A this season. And Adam Manzar, a good month for him. Here's how the team's shaking up right now. Duran just not really getting those home runs, RBIs. I don't see a reason to change the lineup though. It seems fine to me. I think we gotta look at the numbers a little bit here. First of all, I want to see who's leading the team in WAR. It's Kwan. And we got some negative WAR players here. Only one. Sanchez is close though. Garcia's hitting 400 against lefties. Unreal. Vasquez is doing really good against lefties. So is Duran. I don't really have a spot for you to hit there, Duran. I'm sorry. Curtis is struggling against lefties. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Good to see Melendez hitting 270 against righties. I like to see that. The rotation, Saw Lacey has just been what he is, and it's not been good. He's kind of just turned into Bubic Jr. Just with a little bit of higher K per 9. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do for Saw Lacey here. It's just been tough to watch. Almonds are up to 75 now. Montoya got the struggling message, but he's still developing well, so don't see anything to change here. Bubba Chandler hasn't went up in overall. He's blown 2 saves since the last time I looked, so that's cool to see something change, I guess. Harding, a 70 overall still, pitching well. Maybe he gets the call up soon. Nodell, he's doing his thing. Only got 13 innings pitched though. Want to see more. Maybe we'll switch that up and maybe Odell will get some more pitching opportunities. Walter Wannabe up to a 69 overall. He's been tremendous. 20 saves and 3 blown. Pretty happy with how he's done. Miguel Lopez is on a tear. He's done better. Vargas has kind of been the same. He hasn't improved all the way. Just kind of been not that good. Warner having a pretty good year. Good to see Washington. He's definitely got the talent. He's getting better by the year. Looking at the AAA, we got Manuel Bermudez going down in overall, but producing still at a decent level. Isil Alvarez down to 74, just not doing the best. Yeah, the AAA team's kind of back to struggling, and haven't quite got them good yet, but it's all good. Looking at the AA team, you got Nixon Lane, 63 overall now. I think he went up again, and his contact's just insane. He's developed into quite the hitter. Definitely impressed watching him grow. Fong hitting 259, almost 80 contact left already. He's improved his bat power left already. He's developing quite well. Feliz up to a 61, but struggling with contact left. It's interesting to see. He's kind of struggling with what he's good at. Joel Fong down to 284, but improving. But a little bit of regression against lefties. Perez being Perez. Down to a 54 though. The fall just continues for him. And Carrera at 209. 12 home runs and 42 RBIs. So that's cool to see at least. Maybe that's a positive sign. Tim Wells kind of still struggling. I think I'm going to send Wells down. Looking at the single A team, Juan Castro. I think it's time to see him play. And we're going to move him up to double A. And we're going to move down Tim Wells to single A for a while. Wells is only 19. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Just give him some time to regroup and get back on track. And honestly, I'd be contemplating doing it to Vargas, but he is 23 years old. I think I just kind of let him pitch. And I don't know if anyone else will come up right now. I could call up Garrett Reed and make his debut, but I just don't think it's time yet. I think it'll come soon, though. Very soon. But just not yet. And going against Sylvester McKay. 4-game series here against Oakland. What's wrong with my other lineup? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Castro added to the team. And then I'm just not thinking well today. Wow, 4 switch hitters in this lineup now. Pretty crazy. Tejada shouldn't even. I don't even know what Tejada should be hitting against lefties right now. I might just move Tejada down and move up Garrett Reed. Contemplating. Let's get this game over with first. See where we are. The debut of Juan Castro in Double-A baseball, and he's one of my favorite prospects coming out of the draft. Obviously, with his hitting prowess, I love players that can hit off the rip, and he should be good at it. And maybe he can be another Nixon 9 and just be really good at hitting and getting better. Something excited to look forward to.
Leading off for the Drillers, the first baseman, Jesus Montero.
And his first play in the outfield is a diving catch.
Batting fifth, the
Wow,
catcher,
Castro
Jose
already getting busy. Not the best throw.
leading off for
4-0 with the Ramirez 3-run double. Now we get to finally see the first bat of Juan Castro's career. And Double-A, and he just faces the first pitch he sees. But it falls for a hit. And there it is. Save that ball.
Batting eighth, the shortstop,
That's his
Estevan
first hit.
Tejada.
Not the way he wanted it to be, but
Left
it's
fielder,
what it is.
Juan Castro.
Here is Juan Castro. Hit down the line. And the play is messed up, and this could score a run. And the throw, he got him at the plate.
The left fielder, number 32, Barton.
Alex Freeland is having quite the game. He hit 5 RBIs so far. He's giving us a 5-4 lead. That one's hit the right field, left field, and Castro can't get it. Castro having trouble at the wall now. That one thrown in away, and this could almost be an inside the park home run clutch.
Leading off for Northwest Arkansas, the
Up
left fielder,
comes it.
Juan Castro.
It's Hernandez.
Ball. Two balls, one strike.
2-1. The best pitch to swing at. Kind of hard to see the ball right now. Out that one away, 2-2. It's Castro. Now another chance to hit. Now against Menendez.
Count 1-0.
Hammered for a base hit. There's Castro getting on base.
Now batting, second
I
baseman.
think Castro might be alright. I think he'll be good at getting on base at this level, and he'll improve and maybe on a fast track to AAA. End up coming back and winning. Ramirez. Like the games for him out of Ramirez. Dude, no doubt takes the L. And the base is loaded, and the Athletics do win. On the scouting, Greg Espinoza not that good. Moving on ahead. And it's tied at 1. Saul Lacey sustained an injury and he'll be out for a few days. He'll be fine. Nationals offering a trade for Robert Hassel for Tim Horner. This is honestly a steal of a trade if you ask me, but I don't think I want to do Washington dirty like this, man. It's such a bad deal for them. Tim Horner is not even that special. The trade makes no sense. I mean, yeah, they got good center fielders, but you can do a lot better than that. Like offering Zavala is, or even De La Rosa. I just can't do that to the Nationals. It's not really a fair trade. White Sox win this game, and I think that's where we're in the episode. We're 1 game back at Detroit, 5.5 up on the Twins, but we know that would change. The Twins usually turn on the Jets when the season gets tougher. Looking at some of the lead awards, actually. Let's look at the awards. Right now, Seager, Santander is actually an MVP frontrunner, and Gunnar Henderson. You got Trevor Rogers, Josiah Gray. What a steal of a signing this was for the Texas Rangers. They got Josiah Gray, and he's pitching at a Cy Young level. And they didn't pay much for him. Alex Bregman, just dominating right now. I would not want to be pitching against him at any point in time. The way he's hit this year. Reliever of the year, and Gregory Santos is on another level. Johan Duran has dropped out of there. Camilo Duvall. Man, that sucks. The Twins got him. He's disgusting. Jose Leclerc having a good year at age 34. And the rookie of the year, Tyler Locklear, looking pretty solid for the Mariners. You got Luke Gold, almost hitting 300. And Marcelo Valderas, 30 RBI. And Curtis does not have enough RBIs to be qualified as a rookie, so I don't know if we want to keep that rookie status, we'd have to send him down, but he's not playing bad. He's hitting that old 800 OPS. Got a couple doubles, home runs, some strikeouts, some walks, some hits, but I don't know what to think, let me know. I think he's doing alright, but that'll do it for this one. Next episode, the draft. Might get some All-Star festivities in there as well. And definitely enjoy some stuff while we sit around. But that'll do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be back with some more sooner than later. And if you like it, subscribe and tell me I'm doing a good job.